Okay, so I know sorry, excuse my like at home, work from home, tired look, guys. If I waited to look great for the camera every time I videotaped, I'd never have a channel. I'm eating apples with a nut butter on it. It's not actually peanut butter today, it's a cashew nut butter. I had bought it for a Mother's Day function that I had done. And you can see this is what's been going on. Is my little girl here wants it so bad. Miley loves apples. You can't have this, it's got the nuts. I don't know if dog can have cashew. Here's what we'll do. Here's what we'll do for baby Miley. Wait. For Miley. I can't eat an apple in peace anymore. So I have one apple wedge left. And it's got some peanut butter, nut butter on it. I'm having trouble getting the last bit to myself. And I have that much nut butter left on my plate that I could still enjoy. But I'm having trouble getting anything done with eating or anything else because of this cuteness going on here. I can't quite get my camera thing tilted right for you. It's just on a little phone prop right now. Little mini stand. Anyways, Miley, I will give you one last bit. Gonna break it. There we go. Last one for Miley. Come on up. Come here. Come on up again. Come on. There she is. Show the camera. Hang on. Let's see if we could get this just a little bit lower down. Slightly better perspective for Miley. Excuse my messy basement. Come on up. Come on up. There she is. Lunchtime, doggy walk time.
So welcome to Southern Ontario, where it's winter one day, spring the next.
Yep.
I guess the Jackson hasn't had enough time to look at the case. Like,
Hearing all the crunchy sounds of the ice. She's a little bit on alert.
You being adorable right now, Miley? Okay.
Good girl, good girl. Hi YouTube, welcome back to another day of Vlogmas. My name is Cassie and this is Miley and you are watching Miley and Me. So you've seen with our Vlogmas so far, we're a busy family who gets a lot of things done from one day to the next, just like anybody else does. And today, the weather was kind of rainy and not that great outside, but I thought I would take some time today and clean out Miley's toys in preparation for Christmas. Because we do plan to buy her a couple of things, and when you see what's in these toy boxes, you're going to agree with me, it was definitely time for a clean out. So what I did is I fixed Miley up here with a nice little lick mat with a little teaspoon of peanut butter on it, just so she could be in the video with us, and let's see if she sticks with that, or if she, sorry, I'm really hot. Woo. Let's see if she sticks with that, or if she gets into whatever I'm cleaning out. So first of all, we're gonna start with this little toy box. Now this little toy box here is a toy box I brought home with Miley. Like, this was brought home last year in December in anticipation of the puppy dog we were gonna get. And guys, it wasn't very long till she outgrew this and she's already got 2 toy boxes. So this here is our little brown lamb. So far, this little fella is in one piece, amazingly. So he's definitely a keeper. Miley seems to like him and enjoy playing with him, so I'm gonna put that in a pile to keep. Maybe we'll put the keep pile here, okay? Let's just move the bones. We're gonna have quite the collection of bones. Now, we have these talk buttons. Don't know if you can hear that. That one says Miley's a good girl right now. That one is either off or the battery needs charging. That one is Tyler saying Miley's a good girl. And then we got one more. It doesn't have anything recorded on it, just some household noise. So anyways, obviously these 4 buttons here, they're going to be for the keep pile. Now this Christmas toy here, this has been through, I think this is on its 3rd doggy. So we used to have a Scottish Terrier named Shadow, and this was Shadow's first. I'm almost 100% certain of it. And then it made it through Sky's life. Let me show you or remind you. You see this here? Hopefully you can still see this in the camera. So this is the urn of our dear Sky, who's passed away. And we have a book about her, a clip of her fur, and a paw print there. And I'll also just show you, we have a pillow with her picture on it, and it says, when you miss me, have no fear, hug this pillow and I'll be here. So there's a picture of our dear Sky. I don't know if that's better to see from over here. So here's a picture of our dear Sky. I miss her every day, guys. But anyways, so on that note, this toy belonged to the Scottish Terrier Shadow first. Then it made it through 14 years with Sky. And now Miley's been here almost a year. It's still in one piece. It's a combination of things. It is a well-sewn, well-designed toy. I don't know who it's by now, guys. There's no tag left on it. It was long since cut off. But I think every dog we've had has passing interest in this toy. Like, they like it and they play with it intensely for a while, and then they move on to something else, and then they come back. So if nothing else, then between sentiments and the fact it's in one piece, this is a keeper, and it does have a couple of squeakers in it too. So definitely that's a keeper. Now, do you guys remember for Miley's birthday? If you've been watching our channel for longer than just Vlogmas, Miley's birthday was October 30th. She and my husband actually have the same birth date. So that's quite neat. So this octopus here, as you can see, it's had a rough life. The head is somewhere. This was a dollar store toy. It wasn't real expensive, but even if it was really expensive, it's destroyed. Definitely going in the toss pile. Alrighty, now, this here was a leather bunny rabbit. It had ears and I guess some feet, and it's kind of like a suede leather on either side. When I chose this, I was really excited thinking, oh, the dog's gonna love this. And the way you hear, you know, dogs chew shoes, and I'm like, oh, she's gonna love rubbing the leather against her teeth and everything. Well, she got some chewing satisfaction out of it. But I mean, this was several months ago now. All I can tell you is now she doesn't really use this anymore. And I think it's served its purpose. So definitely in the toss pile. Now you guys may have heard, I have commented on some other videos that, you know, our dog seems to like recycling garbage. So this is just a hard plastic Bovril, concentrated Bovril, chicken Bovril bottle, right? And gosh, keep or toss. This shouldn't be a difficult decision, right? You're looking at going, throw it out. But actually, you know what I'm looking at with this one is this is a piece of plastic that so far, she hasn't actually shredded it, because a lot of the plastic stuff we give her, she destroys it so fast that it's not really safe anymore. So I think for now, that one's gonna make the cut. Isn't that funny? So this was a glove. Let me see if I can put it on here. I'll be right back, guys. One moment. Hey guys, if you don't mind, I have Miley. If you guys don't mind, I'm filming, eh? Well, you were in the back, so you wouldn't have known, but I told the kids, so I'm sorry. I'm letting you know now. It's all right. All right, so Miley, no. Here, you can come back to your lick mat. Miley, lay down. Sit. Yeah, lie down. There you go. Okay, so you can see with this glove here, it did used to be a glove that, you know, you could fold it over or pin it back. I had bought these for my husband a few years ago, 5 or 6 years ago now, I think. And they were so lightly used because those little openings around the fingers were always just a little too tight around the knuckles. So finally this year, my husband gave the gloves to Miley because she loves a tug of war. She loves to destroy things, and she seems to particularly enjoy the ripping sound, that rip, right? Being that it's not totally shredded yet, believe it or not, guys, keep pile. This sock has had such a rough life, definitely the toss pile. Now, I have some supplies like this, and I'm sure you're like, what? That looks like, you know, a stuffed animal paw print, because it is. So I may have mentioned to you guys before, I'm a pretty avid sewist. I have a very heavy investment in my equipment downstairs. I have a straight stitch machine, a serger, and a multi-stitch machine. I have a cutting table, cutting mats, rotary cutters, rulers, you know, steam iron. Like I have the whole deal, like, well, a pretty darn good setup, right? It's a pretty good investment. So one day I was working on this puppet for a friend of mine for something that a project he was working on, and he's like, can you take these stuffed animals and convert them into a puppet? Which I did, but in doing so, like, you had to have 2 bears, one that you're cutting and making a puppet out of, and the other one taking the supplies and whatnot. Anyways, so there was all these leftover parts, and I had them in a bag downstairs. I don't know, maybe in case I ever needed to work on the project for the guy again. I'm not sure. Sometimes I think as sewists, we hold on to stuff and we're not totally sure why we're not throwing those scraps out. So anyways, that big long story to say, the dog found the bag and she loves all the junk from this bag. So I'm going to throw them out. So we have this piece of bear paw print, and we have this piece of bear paw print again. We've got these flat bits like so. She just likes to play tug of war with them. We're gonna get her some new stuff. We'll fix her up. This is a recently donated sock because it has a hole in the bottom, so the family gave that to her. That can be a keep. I bought that for her recently. Something like this, sometimes I'm undecided if I'm gonna keep it or not because I don't think she plays with it much, so maybe I should just declutter it. So how about this? We'll put that in like a maybe pile. Part of me wants to keep it because I only bought it 3 months ago. Anyways, we'll see. It's tough. So this here is another destroyed piece. We'll throw that out. Are you finding your toys? So this here is like a little buzzy bee. It's got crackly ears and a squeaker. She doesn't play with it a whole lot, but she has played with it some. But let me tell you something about this. So have you guys ever seen the movie Best in Show? It is from the early 2000s, I think. It's so funny. It's kind of like the veins of like, whether it's like Napoleon Dynamite or Spinal Tap or Monty Python Search for the Holy Grail. Like, it's that kind of humor. You either get it or you don't, right? But if you like that kind of humor, you would absolutely love Best in Show. Well, in the Best in Show movie, there's this part where this couple, they're like all neurotic and they blame all their problems on the dog, and it's pretty funny. And at one point, this girl's freaking out because the dog's favorite toy is this buzzy bee, and they can't find it. She's freaking out on the hotel manager and everything. So for my family, that movie is particularly funny, and when we saw this, it had to happen. So I think the buzzy bee is going to be a pretty long-term fixture in this house. Keep pile for sure. This is what's left of a flat baby. Gone. Another leg of the octopus, definitely in the throwaway pile. Shredded up, slightly shredded up Canada Post glove. My husband gave these to Miley. I think I'm gonna let it go, guys. And now we've got little Mr. Zebra here. He's got a handle on his back. It's like a rope. This is a cute little toy. It was probably dollar store stuff, to be honest. I don't think it was dreadfully expensive. She has played with it at times, but the fact that this toy is in one piece, it doesn't have any holes anywhere. There's a little bit of shredding on the string there, but it's actually in pretty good shape. It makes the cut. What else do we have in here? Another little bit of bear trash. Now this was from Grandma, my husband's mom, who's Miley's grandma, right? Because she's my kid's grandma, so Miley's our fur baby, so Grandma gets to be Grandma. Anyways, with this here, I think it's like a pressed product that's supposed to be similar to wood without actually being wood. I believe it's supposed to be a safe chew toy. I'll keep it, but did you notice it, like, it's not used much. I don't know what to think of that one. And then we have yet another bone. My husband loves to bring home a bone for Miley, and she most certainly loves them. Now, if you've been following Vlogmas, then you know that I did bake a bone with some barbecue sauce this weekend. It actually turned out good. She seemed to like it. So I may try that again, or I might do some research if there's like a more, geared to dogs kind of recipe to revive a bone. So the bone is gonna make the cut. So all that we got left in here, you can see the first toy box is empty. It needs a bit of a dusting out, but I think you guys can appreciate for the purposes of the video, we're not gonna do that. So I'm going to put these Keep It toys. Are you checking them out, Miley? Is this your stuff? Yeah, we're putting your toys away, look. So guys, I'm loading the stuffed animals into this toy box here, and we'll give her her little piece of recycled trash, and I'll put these two things in here. And I'm gonna move that one over there. And what I'll do, I'm gonna move these buttons over, and I'm not gonna put the bones in the box right now. Let's put those there because we're gonna see how we're gonna organize all this, right? Oh yes, Miley, are you supervising? So now we're gonna do the next box. So this toy definitely has a little bit of a story. It was from Grandma as well, the same Grandma that gave the bone, the circle bone. So this owl, he used to have a tail. That's about all that's left of it. And then you see here at the back, I could string my fingers right through. So that's where there used to be a rope that was the bird's feet, his legs and feet, right? It's actually a pretty cool toy. It's got some pretty sturdy, what do you call it, like polyester or, you know, nylon wings or whatever. And she does like to tug of war with it. So I might cut that off for safety reasons, but he needs a wash. He could be freshened up in the laundry for sure. So he's gonna get washed, but I think this guy is gonna make the cut. This is the bone I just baked on the weekend. We'll revisit the bone issue. I'll explain these brushes in a minute. Now this toy here, if you've been following my channel from the start, once again, you would know that I bought this thing for her maybe only 6 months ago. And it's definitely going in a declutter pile. Guys, I spent like $20 or $25 on this toy and she pretty much has never played with it. Even though it's fairly soft, it's that nylon type stuff, and this was one of these nice environmental ones where, you know, there's a bunch of plastic bottles not in the ocean because this toy was made. So it is a nice toy, right? But she doesn't play with it. It doesn't connect with her, so that's gonna go in a declutter pile for sure. And so remember the teddy bear project for my friend? There was these other little puppets that we were making to go on the side. These were working things, not in the correct color at all. I was trying to make it look like a muffin. I was having trouble with it. Miley found this piece in the sewing recycle last week as well. She's had a go at it and chewed some of it. It's definitely going into the trash now. Okay, what have we got left here? We've got a few more. So these 3 toys I am going to keep. I know that already. These are made by Kong, and they're pretty tough. They're pretty good. So the green one, I got these 3 for $20 at Costco, 20 Canadian dollars. This one is held its shape. It has no holes or anything. Often she likes us to hold that end because she can get her mouth around the tail, and Miley loves a game of tug of war. So this is definitely in the keep pile. This one, his ear is almost chewed off, and I think there was a bit of a ribbon tail that's long since gone, but she also sometimes enjoys playing tug of war with that, so I think that's a keeper. And Mr. Rhinoceros here, she also will tug of war with, but as you can see, his horn, his whatever you call it out front, it's had a bit of a rough life, and the ear's been chewed a little bit. All in all, it's still in pretty good shape. So these are definitely going to be in the keep pile. What else have we got? More chunks of the bear. I'm gonna throw them all in the garbage. We're gonna make or get for her new tug of war stuff. All these bits can go. Remember I said the recycle garbage? We're gonna throw these out too. And this one, I think I used to have a ribbon here. Again, this is one of those ones I have at times stuffed treats down this. For now, we'll keep it. I might change my mind. Same with the little Nyla bone. These things are supposed to be super, hi, do you like that? Do you want that? Here you go. There you go. Well, we're gonna keep that one for now. Anyways, Nyla bone is one of those things. It's supposed to be safer for the dogs and healthier and everything, but sometimes she plays with it, sometimes she doesn't. Right now, she's making a liar of me and deciding to sit right down and chew it right in front of me because that's how it goes, right? Do you guys ever notice that the day you're gonna go get your hair cut is the day that you comb your hair and it settles just so, and you go, why do I need to go get a haircut? This looks great. Right? Well, this is that. I was about to say maybe we should toss this toy, and then she all of a sudden sits down and starts chewing on it. Such is life. So, okay, these two we're definitely giving away. This is the keep pile, that's the garbage pile. So we have these brushes. I know. Okay, this used to be like a vegetable brush for in the kitchen, you know, when you're scrubbing your potatoes clean or something. And I forget if it fell on the floor or how she got it by now. I honestly forget, but Miley loves things like brush textures like this, bristles and things. And so we've kind of let her keep it and play with it. She actually has done not that much damage to it. We're gonna let that one stay. And this used to be one of my floor brushes for sweeping up, and it's had a hard life, right? Yeah. Do I throw it out? She doesn't play with it that much. I'm probably gonna let that go. All right. And then this one here, this Mr. Octopus, once again, it's been through either 2 or 3 dogs. For sure, this belonged to our beloved Sky, who lived for 14 years. And possibly this was around when we had Shadow, the Scottish Terrier, as well. I'm not sure, but in any event, believe it or not, it's only got one little hole back here, which I can fix. It's held on surprisingly well. It's made by plush puppies, but who knows how old this thing is, guys. You're not gonna find it. But definitely a little bit sentimental, still in one piece, needs a laundering, but a keeper. And a few more. So we have this here little hedgehog, but I think I'm gonna put that. Are you having fun, baby? So I hope she doesn't knock the camera over. You can see Miley's playing floor hockey with a goat or cow hoof right now. So this is one of these toys. She just honestly doesn't play with it. So we're gonna add that to the declutter pile. We're almost through this. Here's the octopus's head. So definitely for the trash. And this squirrel, this one will be a little sentimental to let go, but I am gonna let it go. This for sure dates back to the dog we had, Shadow, the Scottish Terrier. And Sky had it throughout her life and only played with it minimal as well. And it doesn't do much for Miley either. I think it's just a toy that's seen its time. So, bye. It's gotta go. So we're gonna let that one go as well. Sorry, Miley's being so noisy, but she's having a great time. I don't want to move the camera right now, so I'm not going to show you. And she just stopped. Hi, baby. So just a few more things. I forget the name of these balls with the holes in them, but Miley likes to play tug of war with it and fetch with it. I think my eldest Sam, who has 2 bunnies, this was bought for the bunny rabbits, and I think they weren't really using it, and it's traditionally a dog toy, I think. Anyways, Smiley's now definitely a keeper. What we have left in here now, guys, is some more of the boneyard. This is one of those, it needs a cleaning. This is one of those fake bones, just like this. Hi, Miley. So these are of the same, they're probably purchased in the same package, and they're both from Grandma. So those we will keep. This is a piece of antler, so I don't know if that's the one that my husband and I bought, or if it's the one our eldest Sam bought, but the antlers are actually pretty expensive. So what I'm gonna do with this, that trick I've learned is you can boil water and soak things like bones and antlers and hooves, and it will soften them and make it safer for the dog to chew, and a little more motivating for them as well. But as you can see, something Miley and I used to do when she was a puppy is I would just sit there and hold something for her to chew, and she absolutely loved it, which is what we have going on here. This was like the end of a knuckle or whatever I bought as a 2-pack. I think it served its purpose. It's gonna go. Same with this bone. It served its purpose. It can go. And that, ooh, I think that's just normal bone. We're gonna let that one go. And that empties the next toy bucket as well, so that those things are all garbage. Here, Miley. And so now we're gonna stack these toys back into here. See if we can make them look nice to play with for her. Later when the camera's not on, guys, I'll vacuum out the boxes inside. I'm not gonna try and do all that on the camera here. But we can put these things in here. Her bone, her ball, and her toy brush. So that's it, guys. We have the 2 boxes full of like just a few stuffed animals here, right? And I have a few bones here, which often they just get tucked into here like this so that she can pull them out when she wants. And generally these little plastic buttons, where I set the toy box up over there beside the sofa, I often just line them up on the floor because I want her to find them and play with them. So while it looks like we actually kept a lot of stuff still, I suppose we did, I'm getting rid of all this trash back here, and I'm gonna declutter at least 3 toys. And maybe when we buy something fresh and new for Miley for Christmas, I'll even let some more of these go, but I don't know. If they still have any purpose to them, I think we should keep them, so we will. So anyways, that's it for decluttering Miley's toy box leading up to Christmas, because every good little doggy needs to have their toy box ready to get the new toys that they want for Christmas. So that concludes the toy box decluttering session. Thanks, guys. Okay, baby Miley. Hello. Hello, my little darling. What do you say? Oh, mommy, I want my treat. Isn't that what you say, my darling? But today, guys, is December 9th on the Dogvent calendar. Is Miley such a good girl? Yes, you are. Shall we open the treat? Advent calendar for Miley. Advent calendar for a little doggy. I can't think of a nicer doggy to have it than you. Oh, Miss Miley. All right, are you ready? Hi, sweetheart. Can I get a paw? There you go. She really loves these salmon blueberry cookies. Anyways, guys. So that's another day of the Dogvent calendar all done. Thank you for joining us. Look at you, dropped your saliva all over the floor. That's how much you like this? Ew, now I have to clean that. You can't make this stuff up, guys, it's real life. All right, Miley, there we go. So now it's pretty late in the evening, and I just have one more thing that I'm looking to do. Those of you who comment on Miley and me's channel know that approximately once every 24 hours, I will sit down and look at the comments and reply to the comments. Sometimes it takes me a little longer, but I do try and get to it at least once per day. Well, this video, I want to give a special shout out to one of our fans, and I'm going to do something that's hopefully sweet and thoughtful for this person. So Craig, this one is for you. I will leave his last name out. It's in the comments, guys. You can look him up if you want to, but we do have this one guy, and he's one of the fans that's been with us since this channel was one of the tiniest channels at all. And he always posts these very artistic sounding comments that it's a collection of words that just give out all the vibes that he's feeling about friends and world fans and great, and it's very, very sweet and kind. He often mentions someone named Brody, which I'm pretty certain is his dog, that Brody and Miley are part of the worldwide friends. So anyways, this guy, Craig, did something that no one else has ever done before, and that is that there's a couple of the comments that he's actually posted his writing address for us. And so what I thought I would do this year is we're gonna mail him a Christmas card. And inside that Christmas card, we are going to include this here little picture. So we printed that out of Miley. It's just on paper cardstock. It's not photo paper or anything. I don't have something like that handy at home, but I wanted to do this before the season wore on too much. So we are gonna send Craig a Christmas card tonight. So let's take a look in my Christmas card keeper box here. And I have a couple of selections, like I have some Christmas cards in here are the long, narrow type, but then I have several that are this larger kind of square type. And that's what I thought would fit in here best. Just one sec here, guys. So I'll show you, this is the selection I thought we could choose from together, okay? So we'll just put the picture aside for a minute. I don't want it to get crinkled up. And so the options that I have to send to Craig are these 3-dimensional cards. Let me just show you how it would fold out. Oh. I think I just ripped something in there, so it's a good thing I have more than one of these, eh? So if I want to use this, I have to figure out how to fold it without breaking it. But you can see what it does, right, is it creates like a 3-dimensional box on the Christmas card. And then you've got your little message inside. This one says, wishing you friendly smiles, holiday cheer, and lots of joy throughout the year. So you see that if we put this picture, it's going to fit inside that card just so it will be perfect for mailing. So the next option that we have is another one of these 3-dimensional cards. And let me see if I could fold this one out for you guys a little better than what happened with the first one. Let's see here. I think that's a bit more like it. Okay, so you can see that the card, ooh, you can stand the card up. It's 3-dimensional, so that's pretty neat. And once again, that picture will fit inside. This one says, a warm and friendly wish for a very happy holiday. I do like how whimsical the snowmen are on this one. And let's see, we got a couple more. So this is very courier knives, if you will. So if you guys don't know what courier knives is, you could Google it, but basically, I think it's a series of artist work, like it's someone's artwork. The Jingle Bells song, you know, jingle bells, it'll even be like a picture frame of courier and knives. These wonderful, right? So I think you get the idea. Courier knives comes from the Jingle Bells song, but I do believe it's symbolic of all those classic looking Christmas photos with the sleigh bell and the snow and everything and the horse. And also, in any event, this one is very courier knives like, if you will. And this one says, may the peace and joy of the season be yours throughout the new year. Now I have one last option that's not a 3D card, but it is a pretty special card, and I gotta admit, I'm probably gonna do this one. I wish there was time for you guys to write back, but if I leave this, it's gonna end up taking forever to get mailed. I'm doing this tonight, okay? So the last one that I have here is also a big square one, and it's a nutcracker, and you can pull his mouth down here, and it says, have a crackin' Christmas. And then, just a sec, it opens up and says, wishing you a fun-filled holiday season. So with this one, what I like is all the gold trim edges, that it's the nutcracker. I don't know if I told you guys, I have dance training. I danced almost all of my childhood. And the Nutcracker Ballet, oh, I did tell you this when I was talking about our little Nutcracker collection, that Nutcracker Ballet, I'm pretty sure was the first ballet I ever saw, and fell in love with this story. I think it's so magical. So this one, I think, you know, it kind of vibes a little with me. So honestly, guys, I think I already made up my mind, but I just thought it'd be nice to show you the other cards. Tell me what you think, if you would have used one of them. But we are gonna go with this one and fill it out for Craig. And then you can see that we will be able to fit Miley's picture in there when we close it up, and it's gonna travel so great. So I'm just gonna take a minute right now to fill this out for you. Or, I'm sorry, try that again. I'm going to take a minute now to fill this out for Craig. 1 minute. Oh, and I would point out here, I'm using a fountain pen. This pen is a Diamond Edge or whatever. It's a TWSBI, which stands for someone's name. Anyways, it's a really user-friendly fountain pen because the end twists up and down like a piston for refilling. It's super low maintenance, but gives you all the joy of owning a fountain pen. I absolutely love it. If you ever want one, try the TWSBI. So anyways, now I'm going to write Craig's Christmas card. Okay, so here it is. I'll share with you guys what I wrote. Here's what I wrote, guys. It says, Dear Craig and Brody, with a little dog paw print there. There's the date. I wrote, thank you for all your views and supportive comments. Miley's so happy to have a friend in you. We wish you a Merry Christmas. From Miley and Cassie and Dwayne. So that is it. I'm going to put this here in the envelope. And I have my stamps ready to go. I have the address here all ready to go. So that's the last thing that I'm going to do, is I'm going to write the address on this and send this over to Craig. And so I just want to say to all of you guys, all of our fans, I want to thank you so much on behalf of Miley and me and Dwayne. We really appreciate all the support, all the views, all the comments. I'm sure you guys know in the YouTube game, view time is like king. So every time you can watch a video through to the end, you support the channel, and you help Miley's channel grow. But we want to thank every single one of you for all the beautiful support that you give to our channel, and that you're interested in watching what we're sharing and getting to know Miley and getting to know us a little bit too. And yeah, so it's going to be kind of neat to send a Christmas card to one of our fans, just a nice little piece of interaction. So Craig, on behalf of Dwayne and Miley and myself, we do want to thank you and wish you a very Merry Christmas. You have a special card on its way to you in the mail. I'm sure, well, I should mention, guys, Canada Post is on strike right now. I just remembered. Oh my goodness. My husband works for Canada Post. Oh my goodness. Okay. Anyways, they've been on strike for a few weeks. But however, I will still pop this in the mail, because as soon as it's in the mail, then as soon as the postal picks up again, this is going to be on its way. So Craig, I don't know if this is going to get to you in time for Christmas or not, but at least you know there's a special little treat coming your way. All right, guys, well, that's it for tonight. I want to thank you so much for joining me for another day of Vlogmas. We really appreciate you coming along for the journey. Go get yourself all cozied up and tucked into bed for the night, and we'll see you for another exciting day of Vlogmas tomorrow. Bye, guys. Clean that up, you crazy girl. What have you done to mommy's floor, huh? What has happened here? Oh my goodness, oh my goodness. Miss Miley. Let's clean up your saliva from your, oh, get out of it, your excitement here. And let's clean up the floor. All right. It's all just par for the course, guys. You got a dog, stuff's gonna happen, right? Stuff's gonna happen. Alrighty. That's it now. Bye.